Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we get started, I gotta go ahead and say thank God for another day and another opportunity. Now, as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to create the Catfish 3-point shot maker build with contact dunks in NBA 2K23. And with this build, not only are we going to be making it on next gen, but on top of everything, we're also going to be able to make sure that we get every single elite dribble package in NBA 2K23. And this build actually does come with a lot of potential, especially on the offensive end. Now look, with this build, we're going to be able to get up to 82 badges off rip. And then on top of the contact dunks and the elite dribble packages, we have the potential to get a few different stats reach to a 100 plus. Now those stats are going to be the driving layup, the driving dunk, 3-pointer, free throw, pass accuracy, ball handle, speed with ball, and finally, most importantly, the steal. Now this build is actually going to remind me of Jalen Green from the Houston Rockets, and I'm telling y'all, one of the best offensive catfish builds that I brought to y'all all year. Now with this build, we will be able to get slashing, shot creating, sharpshooting, and also playmaking takeover. And not to mention, we will be at the height of 6'4" today. Now look, before we get any further into today's video, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Go ahead and turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. Smash that like button and don't forget to comment down TG for thank God, as well as where you're tuning in from watching today, and I most definitely will be hitting y'all back with a response. Now as you can see, we already have this build created and ready to go, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and make sure that we're doing is that we got to go ahead and make this build out of the point guard position. Now if you want to, you can go with shooting guard or small forward. It really comes down to your own preference. Now when it comes down to the actual body settings, I'm going to go with the height of 6'4". As for the weight, I'm liking 175, and then as for the wingspan, I'm going to put this to 7'1". Now if you want to go ahead and change any of these numbers, go ahead and do so. But as far as for the body shape, I really believe that build is going to be best. Now we're all set to go and get into the breakdown of the attributes. So let's go ahead and get started with the physicals. So I'm going to go with the speed of an 81, 85 acceleration, 75 vertical with a 90 stamina. Now these are going to be the numbers in which we're going to use for the physicals, and if you want to upgrade the strength or any of these other 4 areas, go ahead and do so. But I'm telling y'all, this is going to be essential, and I'm telling y'all, this is only going to make the build better overall. So from here, let's go ahead and check out what we're going to be looking like on the offensive end, and I'm going to get started with the finishing. So I like the close shot of a 51, 76 driving layup, 86 driving dunk, and right here we get a total of 14 badges. Now the main ones that I'm looking at are Giant Slayer. I also do like Fearless Finisher with Pro Touch, but then for tier 3, we're also able to get Limitless Takeoff with Posterizer and Slithery, and I think tier 3 is going to be the strongest area when it comes down to the finishing. Now if you do decide to throw extra badges into this area or make adjustments, go ahead and do so. I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this for the numbers of the finishing. Let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the shooting. Now for the mid-range shot, I'm going to go with the 72, 87 3-pointer with an 80 free throw, and right there we get a total of 20 badges. Now for tier 1, I like Midi Magician and also Volume Shooter. For tier 2, Amped, Green Machine with Space Creator, and then for tier 3, Agent 3, Limitless Range, as well as even Deadeye. Now all of these badges will play a huge factor, but even more so with the takeover, so just something to take into consideration. So far we're going to be working with 34 badges. Let's go ahead and check out what we're going to be able to do with the playmaking. So we get a total of 24 badges, and for the pass accuracy, I'm going to go with an 80, 92 ball handle, and an 83 speed with ball. Now with these 24 badges, I like Ankle Breaker and also Vice Grip. Quick First Step is definitely going to be essential, same thing with Hyperdrive. I really do like Unpluggable that we get it out of tier 2. But then for tier 3, we're pretty stacked. Killer Combos, Client Breaker, Handles for Days. Everything that you need to be an efficient dribbler. But I'm telling y'all, we have the remaining attributes left over for the perimeter defense and steal, so let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of this area. Now, all of the numbers when it comes down to the defense are going to be essential to reach 20 badges, so I'm going to go with an interior of a 41, 75 perimeter defense, 90 steal, 66 block with a 52 defensive rebound. Now, I like anchor that we do get it out of tier 1, also box out beast, chase down artist, rebound chaser, and post lockdown. Now for tier 2, I'm not really focused too much on this area, but the main badge that I would look at would be ankle braces. And then to wrap it up, we still get silver glove, gold interceptor, with challenger, and clamps. Now if you do decide to use your 4 extra badges from my career, we're going to be able to get 82 badges off rip for this build, and I think we are able to utilize each badge in each individual area perfectly. Now if you want to make any adjustments or changes, you can definitely do so, but keep in mind this is my version of the 3-point shot maker build that gets contact dunks, so you may be risking a few different areas, and not to mention, but we also will be able to get every single elite dribble package going further into the future because we do have the threshold of the highest maxed out 92 ball handle. So from here with the takeovers, like I mentioned, the slashing, the shot creating, we also get the sharpshooting and the playmaking. Now this all comes down to personal preference and how you want to go about the making of this build. For my best interest to get the most for the shooting or even the finishing first, I would go with finishing moves takeover. Now the second one, I'm really looking at ankle breaking shots, but you can also go ahead and put on limitless range. I really don't think that we're going to need the playmaking too much for this build, but again, you can go about this to your own liking. So the second takeover, I'm going to go ahead and say limitless range is going to be super important. Now let's go ahead and check out the build to make sure that we made it correctly. And if you did follow every single step, we should be getting these 3 comparisons. And as y'all can see together, we have created the Catfish 3-point shot creator or shot maker build in NBA 2K23 on next gen. Now I just want to say to everybody who did make it this far into the video, did you make it exactly how I brought it to y'all? Did you make any adjustments? And if you have any builds in the future that y'all want to see, be sure to go ahead and drop a comment down below. Now look, with this build, I'm telling y'all, we have a lot of potential when it comes down to the attributes. So if you do decide to buy your own boost, that's going to be a +5. Running with teammates that do have on floor general, it's another +4. And then if you include your takeover boost, that's going to be a +10 towards 2 separate areas. And then to wrap it up even better, the gradually better that you play when it comes down to any game mode, your stats are also gradually going to go up. So just something to take into consideration, that's at least a +20 for your boost. I'm going to leave the build exactly how I brought it to y'all. So from here, let's go ahead and check out the badges. Now when it comes down to the finishing, I think we have everything and all of the badges needed. I like Aerial Wizard with Giant Slayer, also Rise Up, and then for tier 2, Pro Touch as our core badge with Fearless Finisher and Acrobat. Now for the shooting, I'm going to go with Volume Shooter, Space Creator, Amped, Agent 3 with limitless range. Now if you did want to go about this differently, you definitely can do so. Here's going to be the jump shots that we're actually able to pick from and also recreate from, just to give y'all an idea of what this build can actually do. But I'm telling y'all, I think this is going to be one of the best builds that we can possibly make, especially for the offensive end. Now with the playmaking, I like Ankle Breaker, Vice Grip, Quick First Step, and Hyperdrive with handles for days and killer combos. And then to wrap it up on the defensive end, a lot of badges out of tier 1, Anchor, Box Out Beast, also Chase Down Artist with Rebound Chaser and Post Lockdown. Then for tier 2, Ankle Braces, Workhorse, and then Gold Interceptor with Silver Glove. Now I think on all 4 areas, this is going to be the perfect build to make for anybody, especially if you're looking to be more of the offensive point guard, especially with a little bit of defense thrown into it. You're going to be able to dominate on both ends of the floor. Now if you want to, go ahead and make your own adjustments towards this badge layout, but I'm just going to say right now, I want to say thank you everybody who did make it this far into the video. And again, look, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Go ahead and smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, but do not forget to comment down TG for thank God, as well as where you're tuning in from watching today. and I most definitely will be hitting y'all back with a response. But with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.